Hello guys, welcome back to the Somnium Files, and last time we got our first ending. We got the Mizuki ending, which was very, very touching. It really pulled on my heartstrings a lot, and I love Mizuki. She is amazing, she's adorable, she's cute, she's feisty, and I love her. She's my favorite. I think she's my favorite right now. And then we got sent back to the flowchart, and for the first time, I took a good peek at it and was able to see just all the places that I could have made a different decision and went on a completely different path. And it's kind of overwhelming, but also very exciting. Anyways, on to the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy. All right, let's go back to Ota's.
Sorry.
We just gotta remember what we did.
Damn it!
We broke the ice. We punched the ice. That was one of the last things I tried. I like this song. I tried everything else. Iris, the ice cutting machine, the forklift, the frozen one. So I think we have to go to the icy floor.
The ice on the floor is slick.
And just do something aside from punch. Oh, but they're expensive. So I think we were doing this. We were going to Iris first.
Iris
so we could get a timey. A 1 second timey. Yeah, so I started noticing these check marks before. So what does the check mark mean specifically? Will there be two different paths in one check mark? I guess is basically what I want to ask. Hey, Shirtosaurus. So like, since we already progressed from the icy floor, does that mean we have to go to another object to get the other branch? I can't branch yet. Oh, okay. We didn't branch here. We branched past the punching the ice. Is what you guys are trying to say. That makes sense. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so we'll punch the ice then. Okay, now it makes sense. So the check mark means do something here. Okay. So what we did was the red shelf. So we want to do the green shelf this time. Okay. Let's look at these plates here then.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Breathing on the other one worked. So I guess we'll try that again here. For 30 seconds. Anything would have broken the ice? Oh, really? Oh, well then I should have checked. I should have seen a different one.
But then, something strange happened.
What's happening? Oh, that's bright.
What is this?
We're out of options!
Oh yeah, we still don't know if we can assume that is so in the polar bear outfit, which I think we can. Why does he have the floral knife?
Tessa!
Bonk.
If this was another, I would have died already. Next time, he will get me. It's just destiny. No! I will fight destiny and win!
So he says.
I'm the one who has to help him.
We have to make hero of justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
Agent Dante, you've got 5 minutes.
All right, to this wooden box.
A wooden box.
Investigate.
Only a wooden box.
See,
Either that or the Pandora's box from Mars.
doubt it.
We gotta move this onto the forklift.
A wooden box.
Push it over to Ota.
No. The Ota. Oh no, we need
It
to.
doesn't move.
We need
What's
to move
in
the
it?
forklift
small-
to the box. Oops. We might have
A
fucked up here.
forklift.
We want to sortie. Well, it'll give us a 1/7 timey. It'll only cost us 30 seconds. Which,
What? Sort?
This is Ota's
Isn't
world. Your
too
role
bad.
in this dream.
Lousy Ota.
Okay.
All systems green. Synchronization rate 6%. Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie!
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
Fork it over.
I can't stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
Okay. Brave
Agent
hero.
Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
Disarm the foe. He needs to stand up in order to do that. He's over here. Hold on.
A plate attached to the shell. The cold has frost.
Hold on. Wonder if I can get this little secret item back here.
B.
I would be happier about D.
I'm sure.
How do we get that? I think we did that before. I remember that line. Maybe we would have had to break it or something. I don't know. Don't want to know how. Not right now. I think at some point later we can go back and collect them all. Right now, let's just try to progress.
Ota is still down.
Cheer. Oops. Yeah, I don't think we need to use the timey here. I think this is the end of it.
Ota will feel the worth of Iris's peace when he grasps it.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right. I can't run away now. I can't sacrifice Tessa. Awaken the soul! There! Why?
Oh, he saw what the knife was this time. And he still gets stabbed. Ouch. So will we get an Ota ending this time, maybe? I don't know how this works. We're gonna see. Day 4, Monday. Jikai.
Sorry that I had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
What are you talking about?
Was she there?
Okay, and so we'll get different questions answered depending on which path we go down. Possibly. Okay.
Why would she be? That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
Oh, we're doing this again. Okay, the evidence is the chocolate. And
The Hodoroki Man chocolate.
the same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. And so were you.
Wait a minute. Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought.
and that was a big person.
I could tell it wasn't my mom even through the costume. And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
What is Ota hiding? Oh, he didn't tell us about the knife.
The kitchen knife with a floral pattern. Mom, I love you always is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
Well, I went into your mind. How does that
I
feel?
knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And Mom never liked Tessa. So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa. And she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know. I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen. I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it.
Her, like, what Mayumi did after, like, going to the store and buying the chocolate and then going to the factory, it's kind of inexplicable. It's like, doesn't make any sense. There's no reasoning that you can see behind it. But that could be just because of her dementia.
Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris because...
she wouldn't be able to use the streaming equipment? Because she was driving... She couldn't have been in two cars at once? Huh? Okay, I don't think she could have kidnapped Mayumi because she was driving a car while the kidnapper was also driving a car. Something like that. And we need one more piece of evidence. I don't... Oops.
Todoroki Man chocolate.
I don't want to look at that.
Mayumi Matsushida's fingerprints. Mayumi purchased the chocolate. The purchase was made at an 812. The store was located approximately 100 yards from the Famis.
Okay, I don't think that's my evidence. What is this about?
A video camera and laptop were discovered in the warehouse.
I think maybe this clue might be saying she wouldn't know how to operate that kind of equipment.
Either could have been left by the criminal, but determining the owner through purchase history, no fingerprints were picked up.
What is this about?
Okiura Fishery is a company owned by Ms. However, the management team changed and allegedly, Mizuki's...
Okay, I don't think that... I think it's the streaming equipment? No? Okay, why couldn't Mayumi have kidnapped Iris? Huh? Because she was buying the chocolate while the kidnapping happened. Oh, yeah, duh.
The Matsushida's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famista while Iris was in the car. That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Todoroki Man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van. And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover. I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone, right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Okay.
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
I finally remembered.
Oh no. About her husband?
About the warehouse.
About the warehouse?
I did it. I did everything.
Hmm? Okay, police headquarters the next day.
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch. I took her to the warehouse and...
Put her on the table and pulled her eyeball out?
Yes,
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
You're like half the size of that costume.
Date, the criminal has confessed.
Mochi, get away.
Arrest her immediately.
Now, Mochi was on my computer, the one that has the power button located on the top. And if he pressed it, then he would have shut down my stream. And he's done it before. Look it. This is the face of someone so guilty. He knows. He knows what he does. He knows. No, this isn't a true confession.
You got to the top of Abyss acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
All right. Let's see what we can look at here. A camera used for interrogation. Security camera. There are pipes on the walls of the room. Probably nothing new that we're gonna see here. Mirror. Okay, desk. Okay, Mayumi. Mayumi looks tense. Why did you kidnap Iris?
My son is under that witch's spell.
But she is so cute. I think we're all under her spell.
Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry. I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Why did you take out her eye?
Because I just hated her so much. Killing her wasn't enough.
Wrong answer. Unless she just hated the other victims so much too. Were you the one who stabbed Ota? So in this scenario, at least right now, I assume later they will find they'll get the blood tested? Because that didn't happen right away before in the other scenario or route. Were you the one? Oh, why did you want to stream it online? Let's ask that.
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
I can't explain it in words. It's more like muscle memory. I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
I'm not buying it. Were you the one who stabbed Ota?
Well...
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
Yes! I stabbed him with the knife I brought from home.
Who is she trying to protect? What is the... Why?
I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me. And then it just...
Where did you get the camera and laptop?
I picked them out of the garbage.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true. I planned the whole thing.
About the Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
They, not you.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out, same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person. So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
She's not a great liar. Okay. When and how did you kill her, Shoko?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder. I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind.
So at this point, we didn't go talk to her. at the diner to find out that she has dementia.
This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Or did we? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. What was your motive?
Isn't Rinju Okura the president of that awful company where the witch works? He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate.
Now, what's wrong with debauchery and degeneracy?
That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him.
What about Shoko?
Rinju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Rinju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
Oh, she was kidding.
I am the killer. I am.
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
Okay. One sync right into another one.
Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
This should be interesting.
What happened?
The sync machine isn't operating to capacity.
I don't have 6 minutes this time.
Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
Oh.
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
So,
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
okay. Well, I'll be back, guys. I'll let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Pewter's a pretty cool dude. Vroom!
Why would Mayumi lie?
I don't know.
She is probably protecting someone.
Yeah, but who? The only person she would have to protect would be Ota. Sorry, I'm dying.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Let's do some wrong answers just to see what happens. Mizuki?
This is bad. His condition is worsening. Perhaps we need to increase the dose, or reduce it.
I can hear you muttering, you know.
Iris?
Mayumi hates Iris. I doubt she would protect her.
You're right.
Okay. So, Sejima?
Congressman Sejima has no connection to Mayumi. Or
That
do you
we
know
know
something
of.
I don't?
No, sorry. Just a guess.
No need to apologize. I know that the brilliant mind of Kaname Date wouldn't waste my time throwing out random guesses. I am sure I will agree with you once you explain your reasoning. In detail.
Well, I thought it would be funny.
You don't have to bully me. I was just thinking out loud.
Ota.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
Maybe she left before that happened?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
To make it look like there was another person? But he would have had to have been in the polar bear suit. And he's too small.
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
He's too small.
Impossible.
Why?
Okay. Well, all of these seem to be pretty decent answers. Not the one I was looking for, but... The van stolen at Famisto? Famisto,
The
whatever.
van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
But then he stole a different car and then drove to the warehouse, so...
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
Alright. Well... Iris had her eye taken out and, you know, he wouldn't do that.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it?
Why?
Perhaps she ordered him to.
No. He wouldn't, though. Even if she did, I don't think he would. In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
They fought.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
Dude, it wasn't Ota. I don't understand.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw.
Was there any evidence of the anesthetization?
Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
I have considered this.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Where's the costume, though?
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event.
Where did he put the costume?
It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
But what motive would Iris have to do? What motive would Iris have to want to do this?
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Your theory stinks. I'm sorry. Why would they? Yeah, why?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Oh. 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 Okay. That is a very distinct possibility. We already know that the weights in the elevators match up to all that stuff with Renju.
Then, his whole thing was to get her off the suspects list.
But why would she? What would be her motive to kill them? My other question is, these different endings, are the events completely different? Like, is it a different killer every time? But then, what? Ah, my brain hurts. My brain hurts, because we put So Sejima in the polar bear outfit in the first ending that we got. But hold on. Oh, you know what? Okay, so Renju's murder. It was on, wasn't it on day 3? Summary, okay. Case file. First Shoko, now Renju. Date visited Marble, then he headed to Lemniscate to meet Ota. The suspicion is now on Iris. So we synced with her. Where did we visit? Yeah, when we went to look at his body, that's when we found all the information out about the weights of everything. So if So Sejima was the killer, that's, even if it's a different killer in this one, it doesn't explain why, like how Renju was carried up there and by who. Unless his weight. No, but then how did the watch get in the thing? Man. Ah! This is fun, but holy shit. This is, I can see why I remember somebody mentioned that they saw another streamer playing this and that streamer was taking notes. But I think with the recaps in the flowchart, we can pretty much see what information we need to, but it might also be easy to have it at a glance. I just have so many questions right now. I have so many questions. Like, what I want to know right now the most is it a different killer every time, or is it the same one? Or is it a different suspect that we think it is? But, so like, in the one branch, we're like, oh, it's So Sejima. And then in the other branch, we're like, oh, it's Iris. And then another branch, we're like, oh, it's this person. But then they all turn out to be wrong. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. Because the evidence isn't all connecting. Not 100% to point to, like, so. Anyways, don't say anything, guys. Okay, and this whole thing was to get her off the suspect list. Okay.
That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself. It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer.
I haven't been like this intrigued and trying to figure out like everything that's going on since 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, so I'm really having a good time here with this. You must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Well, whoever is a serial killer probably doesn't have the best mental state. And if anybody is a fan of this game and has not played 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, then I would recommend it. Because it has a crazy story like this as well, kind of a little bit similar in the way it's set up and told.
Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive. Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
We can't rule anything out.
Man. Okay. Room. Matsushita Diner. Okay, we're gonna look for more clues here while the machine is being fixed up.
Ota, why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her! Why?
The counter, upstairs, kitchen. You know, we're gonna have anything new here? I'm guessing no. Okay, let's talk. We could look at the picture. Okay. It looks like Ota has calmed down. You're doing okay.
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer!
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi is under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying, so we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
I mean, she was looking highly suspicious until this happened. So, I mean, if that's the case, then it worked.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that?
I don't think you would, Ota, honestly.
I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
But if it would save her life, her career and everything, then maybe he would, if he felt like that was the only way.
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
You...
Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has... dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
Mochi, please just stay there, if you don't mind. About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? people who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but... because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor. They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and Idol concert tickets.
Damn. But I mean, that's what parents do. And in this day and age, it is normal to have both parents working, at least in the United States, because, yeah, it's not gonna work otherwise, usually.
I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Yeah, but Ota can't blame himself for that. He probably didn't even know about the debt. They probably, did their best to make sure that he didn't know the struggles that they were going through, because he needs to be a kid. He needs to focus on his schoolwork and, let the adults take care of what, deal with the adult stuff. The last thing they want is for their child to have to, try to take responsibility for that. Right? Debt.
There's a loan on the house and the diner.
So they had to pay off the diner. Yikes.
Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up, so they slaved day and night to keep it open.
And that was their decision, not yours.
They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started...
Passed away?
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip the dad part.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork.
This is sad.
But even then, I didn't get it, I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me.
It's understandable.
Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay. Even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer. Well, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
This is hitting extremely close to home for me. I feel like I was Ota. I have been Ota. It hurts. I was at the tail end of my sophomore year in high school, and I only cared about one thing, and that was my friends. They were everything to me. I've known some of them since elementary school, a lot of them. And then my parents, we were renting a house for many years, and they said that they were going to buy a house. We were moving. We were moving at the end of my sophomore year, and I was not happy about it at all. It was like the worst thing that could ever happen to me. So we moved about, I would say, an hour and 15 minutes away, but 2 hours to get back in the morning traffic. So my dad was still working in the city that we used to live in. And so he offered to drive me to school in the morning. So I would get up at like 6 in the morning or something crazy, and I would commute with him to school. 2-hour commute. And then one day, guys, just warning. This is gonna get maybe kind of sad, so if you want to like step away for a bit. But anyways, so one day we had plans to go to Outback Steakhouse after school, and he would pick me up and we were gonna go, just the two of us. So I was waiting for him to get off work with my friends. We were hanging out at the library. And then I got a phone call from him, and he said that it hurt a whole lot. He was in a lot of pain, but he felt better. And he wasn't going to be able to pick me up. So, I didn't understand at first, but I found out that he had a heart attack. So, he died shortly after, days after, but we never got to go. And then my mom, she drove me to school after that in his place. She drove the 2 hours there, and then she drove back. And then she would drive back again to pick me up. And she didn't have to do that, but she did. So that's why this, like... And then she passed away about 5 months ago, so... That was Ota was me. I was Ota. I was just... When you're that age, that's just how you are. You know, you don't understand life. You're too young. You don't understand what your parents are going through, like the sacrifices that they're making. So I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to share why, like, this particular situation really means, you know, something to me. Anyways, video games. Back to solving crimes, okay? You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah. How'd How'd you guess? It was really just a few texts back and forth. But I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
Because that's what they do. That's what moms do. When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college. Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Oof. Ouch.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
What's that picture?
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried.
The knife?
That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit, but I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times. Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Oh. Bondo heard me talking and crying earlier, so he brought me hot chocolate. Alright, so we don't think it's him. And so I guess it's... So I guess maybe it's still so. Maybe. Or have we not ruled out him covering for... Yeah, I don't know. Let me read the logs again. You can't imagine that this guy is the criminal. Does that mean we can't imagine that he is the criminal that helped orchestrate that with Iris? Okay, back to the cold storage warehouse. This game is nuts. Like, the game is cool, and then you get your first ending, and then you start to think about what all the other paths are, and then this game is fucking crazy.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
What's that, Date? No new information from the police officer. What thought occurred to you?
Iba, who drove the van here?
So Sejima?
There are two possibilities.
They don't know. They don't have that suspect yet.
Either Iris or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible.
But how
the
did
van
she
was
get
hijacked
here?
from the Femisto parking
She
lot
drove
at
and then she left?
10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
So almost certainly not her.
Iba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Femisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
Kind of hard to refute that.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Just going over the
We
facts.
found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse, but that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Well, I mean, she drove her own vehicle to get to the convenience store. So then she could have drove here, ran in, saw a bunch of crazy shit going down, dropped the chocolate, and then got the fuck out and drove away?
Of course. A different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Iba connected to the end systems server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate? Why?
Unknown. But we should speak with the driver immediately.
Okay. Oh, this music makes everything better.
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
Moi?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
There's an abstract painting displayed on the wall.
Have you taken note of the painting? It is titled Lions Fishing. Carpe diem.
Plant.
Date, look! An antlion! Yay! Go, antlion!
Iba has a strange fascination with insects.
Ah, this is Magnus Spiel.
How do you know?
Featured. Anyone can run a pyramid scheme. I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
What? Don't say that out loud. Okay, let's see Best Girl. I can talk to her from here? It's her with the big tits. Is it business as usual here?
What? You gotta come closer. I can't hear you.
I walked closer to the... Yes! I walked closer to the receptionist. Screw the investigation.
Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a day, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off.
Girl, I get it for sure. Tell me about it. Spill the tea. Oh my god.
So they want to avoid that, of course.
Right? Oh my gosh, corporate life. Do you want to get some food sometime?
Huh? I can't... Oh, you asked me out before, didn't you? But it's kind of complicated. I told you, I am reptilian.
She's an Argonian.
But you were just joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I only eat vegetables.
Wait, is she a vegetarian?
I am fairly sure she means vegetarian.
About Iris.
What? You're too far. I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not? What if I'm next? Freaks me out. Date, could you introduce me to some big, strong man who can protect me?
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
No, I'll totally die.
Okay. Driver. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
He reminds me of our trainer in Yakuza 5. Leo. Yes. The prince or whatever guy. He would use the word vernacular, you know? What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
Thusly. About Mayumi. Before I arrived at Lemniscate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Ooh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
That old hag is a very, very precious and fragile lady who must be protected.
Old hag?
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo.
Now, Mr. Prim and Proper, and he's calling her an old hag? That seems strange.
Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
Moi. Just because he's prim and proper doesn't mean he's not an asshole. Yeah, but I feel like he would use a more colorful, like, I don't know what he would say. Can someone think of a very wordy way to say old hag? His voice in the Japanese is totally different. Really? I just feel like he'd use more complex and colorful word than old hag. Aged curmudgeon. Curmudgeon. Thank you. Yes, that is more what I would expect him to say. Curmudgeon. Describe what happened with Mayumi.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag.
You mean the aged curmudgeon?
And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film.
Oh, did you now?
I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front.
Huh. Even if you didn't know how far you were going? That seems rather crass.
We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Femisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that.
I'm literally investigating this case.
In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van. So I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there, while waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move. The old hag suddenly spoke up. I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki man chocolate.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
So that's when the van got stolen by the polar bear person.
I see.
So
If
Sejima,
the
I
driver's
guess.
story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Ota was left behind at the Femisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
So she probably arrived maybe before Ota did. And then she saw some shit. She assumed the polar bear was Ota because he hadn't arrived yet. She dropped the chocolate and then she left. Something like that. Listen to the rest of the story.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued.
Oh, this is new. They didn't go straight to the warehouse. They stopped at So's mansion.
But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kawasaki district. The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came.
Why? What's in there besides Bloom Park? And how did he get her knife?
But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
So it took a while for them to actually get to the warehouse. This is like a lot of running around. Okay, tell me more. This is very interesting.
About 45 minutes later,
dang.
The date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home.
How did she get back then?
I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
I have one more question. Actually, I have a lot of questions, but...
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sajima.
Okay.
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
So it is So. It's gonna be So in every... Well, we don't know. We don't know that for sure, but...
We need to speak with him immediately.
I'm assuming the events of the story don't change, just what we learn is different in each scenario, each route.
Agreed. Let's move.
Is that so? Hi, Simpivore. Alright, well, shit!
Sofa King.
Don't.
I don't want to stop playing. I want to keep playing. This sucks. We won't play until Wednesday. My life is so hard. Alright, well, I better end it here. I have to work tomorrow. What if I go to the next part? The next scene is very short if you want to have a cliffhanger. Do you guys want to do one more short scene? And a cliffhanger? Sounds like you do. I mean, I'm fine with it. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Sajima Residence. Hi, Steve. Okay.
There's no one here.
Indeed.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside.
We're going inside and nobody's home? Presumably.
Hey, Aiba. Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
It's not another body, is it?
Oh, right.
A folding screen. Chair. Low table. Wall scroll. Large vase.
There's something strange about this vase. Ugh.
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure...
Smash it? Oh, X-ray. Oh, it is a bot. Is that so?
What the?
Date, destroy the vase!
Got it.
Oh my god, it is.
So Sajima?
This is different. This is quite different. Fragments of the broken vase. So's body cut into pieces.
That is the head of Sosajima.
The left eye is hollowed out.
This is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
Do you have an estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
At that time, Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central Hospital. They have not moved.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime. Assuming that this is the work of a single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
Ota, Mayumi, and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
Right. By the way, why is there no one in the mansion? No bodyguards, no housekeepers.
I do not know.
Does So have family?
Sosajima's wife died in labor 30 years ago, giving birth to their son.
Giving birth to their son 30 years ago? 30 years ago. 30 years ago? 30. See, I knew he was talking about him. When he was saying, Date, I am your father.
Their son is currently living abroad.
So lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
No, just...
What if Date has a twin brother? Or are they just...
Date, a call from
Or
Peter.
that information is just wrong?
Connect me.
Date, the sync machine is up and running. You can sync with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
Did something happen?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, I found So Sajima's body, with the left eye hollowed out.
What?
I'm at the Sajima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why so?
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
Date, what is your plan? Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do. If that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday. And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers. Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Yeah, so we should go sync with her, right?
Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Then...
Yeah, we're gonna sync with Mayumi.
Yeah, What? You can sync with Mayumi now, Date. No, there's more pressing matters at hand. I found Sosajima's body. Oh my lord! Now, Aiba. I think we should sync with Mayumi. What? Okay, now we can save. $16 hours. So if we did, I mean, you guys probably can't answer this, but if this was the first one we did, it would go exactly like this. Don't answer if it's spoilers, but I assume. Or do you always find So's body in the second one that you do? Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so we could have found So's body as the first one. I had a feeling it wasn't him. I knew it wasn't him. But I still don't, but then I don't get it because his blood was there. How long has he been dead? Did they kill him before they went to the warehouse and put his blood there? Iba said when he died? today. Oh, so it wasn't before. So either he was there in the polar bear outfit, or someone just planted his blood? I mean, sometime today. What? My gears are going. They're trying to turn, but they keep getting stuck. Man. They stopped at the mansion. They stopped at the mansion. They could have gotten blood somehow, or physically taken him there. There was no evidence of another person in the car, but that doesn't mean there wasn't a third person in the car. Anyways. And now we have to wait till Wednesday. How fun. Yeah, this game is really trippy. It's a lot of fun. This is great. Okay, well, shit. The left eye is hollowed out. It's not Iris. It's not Mayumi. It's not Ota. And it's not Sosajima. It could be Iris's mom. She's very suspicious. We know something's gonna happen revolving around her at some point. Could be somebody we don't even know yet, though highly unlikely. We haven't met too many other characters besides like Boss and Pewter and minor characters. Oh, it was the vegetarian. Can you imagine? Oh my god. No, I bet you it was that police officer. That we can't forget his name. What if it was moi? No. It's gotta be somebody that we've met before in all of the routes. We've only met the driver in this route, so I doubt it's him. There's Mama. But Mama would not have been able to carry Renju up that elevator, and it would have been more weight, I think. So that's not... Well, anyways. We'll see as we go, as we uncover the mystery.